What's going on, guys? PC here. So this is a really random video that I decided to do today because I found a glitch in a Dreamcast game that I found quite intriguing. Now, as most of you know, when you open the disc lid on the Dreamcast while you're playing a game, it'll go back to the main menu. And I thought this was the case with every Dreamcast game, because I figured it was probably part of the inbuilt firmware and hardware of the Dreamcast, not really a function of the programming of the game. But I found out today that apparently the game does need to be programmed to go back to the menu when the disc lid is open. Mainly because I found a game that does not go back to the menu when you open the disc lid, at least under certain circumstances. And that game is NBA 2K. Now, under the practice mode of this game, well, if you open the disc lid, and I'll actually show you this here, go into the practice mode. This does not work in the exhibition mode or any of the other modes, or even at the main menu. But if you go into practice mode, wait for that to boot up here. So here we are in the practice mode. As you can see, I am moving the character around, he's running around. Everything's good and dandy. So if I go over here and I open the lid on the Dreamcast, as you can see it's open now, the game is still playing, which I thought was really surprising when I found this glitch for the first time. Apparently this game lacks the programming to tell the Dreamcast to go back to the main menu when the disc lid is open. Now this only works, like I said, in the practice mode, and I have a theory for this. In the regular exhibition modes or the regular game modes, you have an announcer and you have the crowd in the background. And my theory is that it has to take those audio clips from the disc. It has to read that off the disc. So as soon as it tries to read the announcer audio file or the crowd audio file, it will crash back to the main menu of the Dreamcast. Now, it's not instant. It will take a couple seconds to actually go back to the main menu, which is in itself unusual because most Dreamcast games will instantly go back to the main menu when you open the lid on the Dreamcast. Now, you might think that maybe all Dreamcast games do this when they don't have to access the disc at any portion of the game where everything is in memory. And I tested this theory out with the Planet Web 3.0 browser. I put that in. I figured that's probably the best one to test because there's no audio at the main web browser screen. And it's just a static image, so it doesn't access the disc at that point. But I tried it with that and opened the disc lid, and it instantly went back to the menu. So this is something that needs to be programmed into the game. The game needs to tell the Dreamcast, hey, the disc lid just opened, let's go back to the main menu. But with NBA 2K, apparently it lacks that programming. I guess they forgot to put that in. And I tested this with NBA 2K1, and it goes back to the menu even in practice mode. So they corrected that in the sequel to this game. But I just thought that was really interesting and intriguing. I'm curious if any of you maybe know of another game that does this, that lacks that programming. But I just thought this was really interesting. Maybe you guys think it's really boring, but I thought I'd make this video because there doesn't seem to be anything about it online. I don't know if anybody actually knows about this, but I thought it was kind of cool. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this interesting, random video of mine. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and PC out. And in case you're wondering how this glitch could possibly be useful, try running NBA 2K on 2 Dreamcasts with no disc.